they're just going to decide, aren't they? We're not going to get a carry top lane. Kennen? Jace? Irelia? I don't think we'll see Irelia. I don't even know if Irelia is good against Kragas. Probably not, because he probably just belly bops you, but it's going to be Sion. Who is surprised? Put your hands up in chat if you're surprised that we have Sion. In the end, they don't chase too hard as Hacker decides he has to return to his jungle. But Tarzan gets himself that Drake. Pretty chill.
Anyone who's already been good at those mind games, sure, even more.
Okay, well, Care. Can he finish it off? No, he can't. Denied. In the end, Tarzan arrives to save the day. Big. Well, I mean, the dive doesn't happen anyway. Zika now gets a taste of LNG's medicine as they try and set up dive in the bottom side. Hacker moving in here, and he didn't have any HP to work with. It's an easy play from... No way, he actually... Oh, I thought he got hit by a second tower shot for a second there. He's glowing. He doesn't have a sheet. He doesn't have Herald. That's in kind. Care with the Everfrost just to get himself out. Scout with the Pop Blossom. The Moonlight Vigil over everyone as well. It's a gorgeous little engage from LNG's mid laner. And Scout has been looking magnificent this split, and he continues to look magnificent on the Nico.
Absolutely shred through these turrets. LNG talks about them getting to this mid game where they'd have like really oppressive engage options with the vision from Fog of War. FPX just can't deal with it.
Zika pushing forward pretty aggressively as Scout becomes one with the minion wave. Will he pull it off? Care doesn't notice. How does he not notice? Take it down, and that was not even that good of a
protect. Not the teleport.
And down Shallow in the middle of everyone, rooted up, will be taken down as Gala arrives. A rocket though, but Zika flashes out. He's ignited. The shield comes out from Hung, and he'll survive. Herald now in the bottom side, but it won't even be needed for this tower as Hung actually flashes, trying to find the engage under the tower. They want to defend.
Moonlight Vigil's about to come back for Gala. That's what they keep fighting.
Scout hasn't missed a Tangle Barb all game. Gala survives. Hacker will go down here as LWX, the next target, taken out. Here comes Care on the back line. Hung trying to survive for the time being. Care with 2. Care looking for 3. Care looking to save the game. Tarzan and
margins, I can't quite make it work.
No, close but no cigar. And it does mean 5,000 gold lead as Tarzan grabs himself the second Drake for LNG. And it will be that Hextech map as well. So portals, meaning that...
Poking out on Shallow, who you're getting around to these big engage coming in from Zika.
Charge forwards. Cho's the target for now and will go down. LWX almost gets taken out simultaneously, but it's Tarzan to fall. Hacker playing bodyguard for LWX, but rooted up himself. The CC chain from this comp is disgusting as Scout forces everyone else away. Blocked is the zap, and it means Scout walks out as a double comes through for Gala. Oh no, trying to recall. Moonlight Vigil.
Point LNG, they win themselves that hard-won fight. LWX does get excited in the middle of that though.
Real cheeky here. He wants to go for LWX. He's invisible. Can he flash on him? Yes, he can. LWX will get out with his life, but Hung is there to follow it up. Taken down now as Jojo just about limps away with his life himself. The Gragas goes down. It's another 2 for him.
They were struggling already in the mid lane and in the side lanes. With the Baron up creeps, you have to really struggle to see a way that they come back from this. Once again.
I don't think this is a soul game. I
think Scout does technically show as a Baron creep. I didn't quite realize how that was going to happen. This is Air teleporting into Care.
Oh no, they've fallen for it again. It's just too easy for him, isn't it? It's just too easy. Scout's a machine. And FPX, they're the chickens that go into the machine and come out as pies. LNG will get a very, very clean fight here. LWX desperately trying to hold on. Let's go! Oh, triple kill for the man in blue. And wow, what a way to win the game.
If anyone needs an example of why Aphelios is first pick, first ban for a couple of these teams, it's because of stuff like this. Gale Force, Storm Razor, all of this extra damage, crazy damage, crazy burst, crazy game from LNG.
Phenomenal stuff out from LNG. I want to see a replay of that final kill from Gala, because I did not even think he was like at that level of strength. He played pretty well in the previous game. It was just Scout played so well that everyone else kind of got overshadowed. Like, I basically just didn't even look at Zika all game because I was just like eyes glued to Scout. But yeah, his performance was pretty good. He's up against Jax though on this side, and we'll see what Xiaolahu can do. As I'm going to hold that thought. Xiaolahu and Hacker want to make a dive happen. Zika just trying to clear the wave here. Will be able to do so. Flashes underneath the tower. Hacker, can he get out with his life? One more shot. No, flashed away. And it will be Zika waiting in the wings. But look at this. The cavalry is arriving. Hacker thought he had the advantage, but it's 4v3 now. Hacker level 6, like you say, but he completely whiffs it. It's a disaster. LWX, the target, is Hacker trying to get out on the top side of the play, but they're all going to be chased down. Hacker won't escape either, and Chocho alone. It's a complete disaster. It's a bloodbath in the bottom lane.
I knew there was more than one way to Sync Dragon go down. There's a Herald and Block of Hacker. Currently off of vision. Might be able to pick up Scout. Not going to do.
Won't pull the trigger on that one, but will secure himself a tower. Good respect from LWX to just walk away.
Just short on a couple of those autos, cleansing the...
Tarzan charging forwards. LWX does not get stunned, but he gets knocked up by the wild growth. Turns it around with ults galore, but Gala walking away. Everfrost is there. Can they save him? No! Taken down. And now the rest of FPX jump on board, but they've got
this one for free, which does raise the question of where they are going to go put down that second Herald, opening up a side lane.
Cannot be cleared like the wave can. Zika has to flash so that he can use his ultimate to reposition.
They've been so used to playing with vision control, especially after that first game. The Umbral Glaive, Kha'Zix helping them achieve that.
Yeah.
That without that vision, you don't feel bold enough to take that objective, would rather cross map.
So at least they'll get a bit of solo cold onto combo, but not enough to actually find a kill. Tarzan can't follow up either as TP behind enemy lines as Hacker just gets shredded by Gala. He has to flash out. Can he escape though? Gala going to look over the wall and flashes for the kill. Jungler picked up by LNG. Is that enough? Force on cooldown, Moonlight Vigil on cooldown, but honestly, fairly even trade in terms of abilities. Care flashing onto Tarzan here. Tries to find his target, and Xiaolahu finds the flank. Tarzan down. Now 4v5, can they make it happen? Because Gala's still going, and Xiaolahu can't escape the play. Jumps over to Hacker though. LNG, do they even know this is going on? They don't even seem to be in a rush to contest. Baron goes down to Scout, tanks the mid tower, desperate to trade some kind of objective beyond just a Cloud Drake.
FPX, really good calculation on how fast they can take it.
Scout desperately trying to defend in the mid lane. It's going to be tough though against these Baroned up waves. Gala threatening the all-in, threatening going forwards. It's not a threat, it's real.
There he goes.
He's just been one shot instead. Tarzan trying to finish LWX, but he can't take him down. Turns gold, taken down. Gala with a double kill. And that kitty on his shoulder.
To answer that question, they can deal with the Zeri. Gala goes aggressive through this mid lane inhibitor, but they're going to get even more gold for this Baron buff.
And he's on the Gragas. It's not exactly inspiring wave clear against the Baron wave. As FPX wants into the bottom side, take an inhib. They're looking for 2 inhibs off of this push. Beautiful play to get the Baron, and beautiful follow-up.
The solo laners, you get a little bit from, of course, some the items you get on that side. Of course, you have the Banshee's Veil. They're just going for the engage. Let's see what they can do.
Big engage here. Gala's alive this time around, but Scout is not. And here comes Xiaolahu to turn it into more. Gala's still firing away, but LWX also totally fine. Totally alive at the backside of the play. Tarzan trying to peel here. Gala has just been ignored. They've been walking into the lawnmower like blades of grass. Tarzan charges forward for LWX, gets the stun down, and Gala can finish the job. LWX coming out of the GA. What can he do with his one auto attack? Nothing. He doesn't even get the freebie. Knocked up and taken down. And LNG, it felt like it might have been over, but they fight.
Falios just gets to sit in front of the front line, and FPX, it felt like they had the game in hand. Huge Baron play, but they can't see it. AoE, that Severum Infernum, really good at ripping through AoE damage this time into LNG's comp.
Scout looking for an Everfrost that could have led to a cask, but find his target for now. Care doing a bit of damage onto Tarzan. Hacker on the front line, but he's just not tanky enough. Gala is shredding them. FPX desperately trying to fight. It's a good ultimate. It's the Moonlight Vigil. Chunks out LNG, but chunking him out just ain't enough, and Gala wants a 1v2. There's a count on his shoulder though, and LWX survivor for now. Lifesteal on off of the crooks as Hacker plays bodyguard, but LWX jumps on, but Gala's gone too deep again. Not respecting the Aphelios. It's a cardinal sin. Tarzan finally shuts him down and takes those items for himself. A triple for LWX. Wait.
It's hard to tell when the weapon of the faithful becomes a heretic stolen by Viego. gets so much damage down. Tarzan showing once again how much damage he can do in these.
FPX, oh, this is beautiful with the green gun. He can do it over the wall. Hacker burning through it. And Baron just stolen him. Look at Zika's health bar. He has got to God mode at this point. As Garth brought out Moonlight Vigilance there! LWX telling us why they favor the Aphelios over the Zeri.
I think they can, but you don't have your primary damage source. LWX might have made the game-winning play.
Scout turns golden, but he's not going to survive this one. Taken out by Shala, who LWX still just free firing as he's got the Yumi on his shoulders. Tarzan trying to defend, but there's nothing left in this one. FPX have done it. We said they need to prove themselves today. And if this game doesn't prove anything, I don't know what will. We're going to 3. And we'll see if FPX can keep this ball rolling, because it's looking beautiful.
I think there's a phrase which every League of Legends player knows somewhere down the line.
Willing to reach to, should the time be needed. I mean, back in 2022, it was his second most played. Across 2022, he played 26 games of Lee Sin and 22 games of Xin Zhao. His next most played was Viego with 9. So it's not like he's a stranger to the Xin Zhao. He's certainly proficient on the champion, but hey, I'm excited to see moves back up.
Charm flash potential. Not sure there's a W here. There it lands.
Oh, great little charm actually coming out. And Care could be slowed by the red buff. He's flashed into the wrong side of the map. And this is going to be first blood. Care turns invisible, but it's not going to matter. Tarzan finds maybe the easiest first blood of his life.
Themselves this first dragon. It's all very seamless. It fits together very well. LNG's early game, one of the most clean in the LPL right now.
Really good stuff. The map movement. Fantastic start to this one. Not only did they get that Herald before, they now definitely going to scale better than the Xin Zhao does. Xin Zhao not
you're on vision there, buddy. You're on vision there, buddy.
That is not the scaling I've been talking about. He's scaling towards his side of the map right now as Jojo gets a double quickness. Tarzan's going to go down. And FPX find themselves a pick pretty much for free.
I mean,
like, coming in, I was fully on the board that this was going to be...
Take the foot off the trigger just a little bit. Both teams afraid of the pick CC, but neither one finding an engage.
I'm just surprised FPX didn't want the 4v5 fight. Well, Gala was
in the mid
lane. Xiaolao, who goes on in, hung the target as he flashes out to safety and Scout alongside Gala here. The carries are there, but Care jumps on top of everybody. That's the Nico we were looking for. That's the B1 pick we've all heard about. Tarzan.
Spirit Rush, because he's at level 12 now. He's going to use the last charge to find a pick.
Yeah, the target is FunPlus is going to come out to answer. Tarzan flashes away though, keeps himself alive. And here comes Zika to get onto Chocho and Care. The damage is there, but they can't quite finish the kill. Xiaolao, who's zoning the rest of the squad as Zika tries to walk away, hung as well. Abandoned by the squad, and he's the one to go down once again.
LNG, they're just getting picked apart, but they're looking. FPX, once again, catching LNG sleeping, and this could be a big win. This could be what sees them into a significant lead in this deciding game. Baron had just spawned, particularly because they've been losing a couple of fights in a row, but it's imprecise.
Hacker has been spotted. The Scout could look for a pick onto Hacker instead. They're going for it, dodges away from the stun, but the charm will land. Do they have the damage this time around? There's the knock onto Hung. It's Hung down once again, but LWX on the backline, knocked up by Zika. In the meantime, Gala surviving the attempt from Care. Calibrum's not enough though. And now Zika just gets turned on. LNG just can't finish anyone off, and they're punished every time. Zika tries to escape, but he's got nowhere to run.
And in the battle of these mythical, you get the vision from it. So Tarzan is Seed, but that just really messes you about. They don't have the vision to make all of these plays just yet.
Oh, the charm lands? No, Scout has to get away, uses that ultimate to keep himself alive. Shala, who with the cast there. Tarzan wide on the stun as here comes the Pop Blossom, and Care can't get onto Gala. Can he turn it around? Infernum across the team here. Dash forward from Scout. Gala's still alive here. They're all CC'd up, and LNG find their moment. This is it as Tarzan gets a double kill. And somehow Xiaolao, who on the back line, is still going. The wet noodle fight continues between our top laners. But Tarzan ends that where it stands. A triple for the jungler.
Able to do so. Not FPX, they can't even take the dragon off the back of this.
Baron taken by LNG, and I have to raise FPX. I think they will grab this Drake for themselves. Tarzan just moving in now, though, does want to get into the pit. Are we going to see the fight, though? Is just the Drake over the wall. Xiaolao, who there, charmed up. This is the pick that LNG are looking for. They don't want the fight, they just want to kill instead. Shalahu is so tanky.
Gala chooses to stay in the mid lane in the setup to the fight, and LNG, they're pushing the tower, looking to break the base rather than take the objective.
Scout denying so many recalls there as well. There's no defense for that mid tower, so in-hip tower taken. Gala's the target here. Blascone is there, but he's spotted. Care has been found on his flank, and Tarzan's like, I don't care if you're a mid laner, I can 1v1 you, bro. Steps on up and forces Care away. And now it's Tarzan trying to find the flank. Chocho forced the flash. Care still fleeing here. Everfrost charm blocked by the Zhonyas. Cask won't find Tarzan, who has to try and escape. Hacker might go for more here, but he has to back off to join his team. But Gala's been ignored the whole time, and it means Xiaolahu goes down. LNG, they deny.
LNG disengage, and they find their fight. They're going to take down another tower and march back in towards the base.
Scout's charms this game have been phenomenal. Like, Zika will not concede the mid lane. Happy to step up, try and walk forwards here, as this will be mid lane priority, bought by LNG. You can see Hung trying to defend the wave while the rest of the team pushes that in. Another charm. Everfrost is there, and he just ain't tanky enough. Xiaolahu taken out of the picture. That's Featherstorm burnt as well. FPX have nothing. They could go for Baron. They could also just go for the mid in him. It is still wide open if they just want to send someone over there. Not man advantage currently, though. And they're sticking for this Baron pit. Do they really want a 50-50? This Hacker's over the wall and he's on Xin Zhao, which Xin Zhao very comfortable. Can get vision of the Baron by himself and then can gap close onto the Baron by himself. But LNG just holding it for now on 3K. They're going to try and burst it. They knew that the W was on cooldown, so Hacker can't get in. Here comes the Pop Blossom onto 3, but Gala untouched by it and just burns them alive. It's a barbecue for Gala. Quadra kill for LNG's AD carry. Look, I swear, Gala, he's one punch man. He's Saitama. Like, not a single emotion on his face after just annihilating everyone.
He's been annihilating so many games in a row now, walking towards the Nexus.
Yep, this one's over. LNG, they made it look tough. They made it look real tough. But they do finish it off in the end. FPX doing their utmost, and I think showing that they are still a team that you've got to respect. But LNG keep themselves in the conversation towards the top of the table. Now 3-2, I believe, on the scoreboard. A much-needed win after a very tough schedule to start their split. But they do get it in the end.